Known for the stormy skies that frequent the territories throughout the year,
I hope I don't poop in my pants. That's all I gotta say.
It's also a region once defined by the rise of an angsty subculture.
So tonight is controversy.
And known around the globe as a beacon of technological innovation.
In 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Barb Pexa is taking you on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Whether finding your next home, your favorite venue, or simply living your American dream, you can do it in the Pacific Northwest. From the Puget Sound to the Cascade Mountains to the booming metropolis of Seattle, there's a little something for everyone.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Thanks for coming.
It is freezing.
I'm sure it's a little bit colder than San Diego,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
I don't know if I have enough warm or clothes on me, but we'll do what we can, right?
We'll just do our best. I thought we'd start here. This is here the home of the Snoqualmie Falls at the Salish Lodge. It's one of the most visited spots in all of the greater Seattle area. And one of my favorites is back in 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gotten a great cult following, and I think it's really cool, kind of dark and stormy and funky Pacific Northwest. So I thought we'd check it out.
Awesome, that's it.
Okay. One of my favorite things to bring all my new clients to here is the falls. I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's so picturesque, the scenery itself. I love it.
It is. So right down here we've got the main falls.
Okay.
It falls way, way, way down there. The water is really flowing at a high rate today because we've had a lot of rain in the area. And it's really beautiful. From these windows right here at the Salish Lodge, you can have a really fantastic meal. The Salish is a high-end luxury boutique hotel.
Very nice.
No, just find the light in honesty, 'cause I've never been good at telling stories. Yeah, we're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. We're gonna drive all day. We're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. All I know, yeah, all I know.
All right, Barb, this has been a beautiful experience. Thank you so much for showing me this.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to see what else Seattle has to offer. What do you got for me?
Next, we're going to head down to Seattle on Lake Union, and we're going to hit up Gasworks Park. I've never totally understood why it's so famous, but it is where we have our 4th of July fireworks every year, and everybody loves it.
Okay, I'm down to check it out.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Welcome back. We're taking you on a tour of one of the coolest locations in the United States, the Pacific Northwest. One of the great things about this show is you learn all about the cities you thought you already knew. I mean, I had no idea Twin Peaks was shot right outside of Seattle. Next up, Barb is taking us on a tour around Gasworks Park. Check it out.
All right, this is pretty amazing, but what the heck is it?
You know, it's pretty interesting. This is an old site of the Seattle Gas Company.
Okay.
And they've turned it into a really popular Seattle park. We have our 4th of July fireworks here.
Very cool, very cool. And it's nice view of downtown Seattle.
Yep, this area right here is called South Lake Union.
Perfect.
And part of the reason they have the fireworks here is it's surrounded by water, so the water's just packed with boats. People come here, they can be underneath the fireworks.
Okay.
And of course, you know the company Amazon.
Of course, everybody does.
Yeah, our headquarters are right down here.
Very nice, and it feels like a movie like Sleepless in Seattle, right?
Yeah,
Got that feel?
Well, you're right. So if you look out here along all these floating houseboats out there, those are the sorts of homes that Sleepless in Seattle were filmed on. And another thing that downtown Seattle is well known for that's fairly unique.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that unique look of real estate, and also just like the atmosphere is a different change from what I'm used to anyway in San Diego, right?
So yeah, I think it's a really cool part of Seattle. It's artistic and edgy and industrial. And, oh my God, is that a drone up there?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Did somebody crash their drone on it? That's a piece of equipment to lose. Hey Diane, and this is the house I've been talking about, wanting to show you.
Very nice.
We are up here in Bellevue on Cougar Mountain.
Okay.
And this home is built by the Buchan builders, and they're a real classic traditional builder in Seattle. They do mostly high-end listings.
I've noticed, it's got that classic look to it, right? The vintage, but also traditional form of it.
It's very traditional. They make it just modern enough. With all the great top-of-the-line appliances and fixtures, but in a very traditional mode. But hands down, my favorite space in this house is the outdoor living room.
Of course, nice.
As you know, we're in Seattle and we get a lot of rain. So I think all home builders should put these outdoor living rooms in their houses. It's got
covered all the way through. Oh, that's cool.
Covered all the way through, gas fireplace, gas heaters. And a 48-inch grill with hood system, which is fantastic.
What type of buyer do you see purchasing this home?
My guess is probably a family, something like that. But with the main floor ensuite room, we can also have
like a
multi-generational living.
Perfect.
Which is really big in these, I would say, these days in this part of the country.
All right, Barb, rumor has it that you do something special for your buyers. What is it?
We cater and host our buyers' housewarming parties as their thank you present for choosing to work with our team. I come from the restaurant business, and it was a perfect carryover for high-end customer service, sociability. It's just the highlight of their process, we think. We send out the invitations, we send out the thank you cards, we get to mingle and meet all of their favorite family and friends, and it's really a lot of fun. Sometimes we have a little bit too much fun, but that's how we think we have a great customer base.
Well, nothing like, you're working with these clients and buyers, right? So you get to know them in the process of buying their home. So what better way than to throw them a party in their housewarming party?
We could not agree more. And it seems almost sacrilegious not to take that process all the way through and help them celebrate. We cater it, we bring wine, we bring Prosecco, we do a toast. We even have cute little aprons we've made with our team logo and our names. So we really have a lot of fun with it.
Good for you, that sounds great.
Yeah.
We live just at the trailhead of one of the many trails that run along Cougar Mountain. And you walk among huge maples and evergreens. Maple leaves as big as your head, they're just giant. This home, which sits on Cougar Mountain, 1,000 feet above Lake Sammamish, and with a beautiful view of a 10,700-foot volcano called Mount Baker, which is snow-covered year-round. I love to write thrillers that are really a combination of really good stories, interesting characters, very dynamic human conflict, but also on the edge of science. And the Seattle area is very vital to that, with the University of Washington, with the Primate Research Center, with the very modern architecture that blends in with the very old architecture. It provided a very good setting, and you could really get the feel of Seattle and the surrounding area. But also, it entered into the conflict and the challenges of trying to move across all those different terrains and meet some of the challenges that we set up in the book. You could almost feel the oxygen levels go up and the stress levels go down. And that is how I would sell Seattle to someone just coming in.
That house is so cool. Right up on the hill overlooking Lake Sammamish, that's got to be one of the best locations on the block. It just has such a thriller feel to it. It all makes sense as to why Steve Haddon chose that location. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen his novels, go check them out. I know I will. Who doesn't love a thriller? Next up, we're checking in on one of our partners in your area. Hit it.
Hi, it's Brian Sohn with the Sohn team at Remax Gold. Today we're going to talk to the Hot Dog Man. It's a great place here in Washington, Missouri, and it's everything you never expected when you eat a hot dog. And we're going to talk about what he has on his menu, and he's going to make some food for us. This is one of my places that I stop to eat all the time. He makes amazing food. He's very passionate about what he makes and how it tastes. And so Washington's micro market of the St. Louis real estate market. And so this is one of the things that makes us special.
In the beginning, I used to take the small cart down to the bar. That was where I started out down on Front Street in Washington, and I used to take the cart outside of the bars, and everybody would. I had the Wonder Weenie, of course, became such a big hit, and everybody just talked about it, and it really helped me, helped catapult my business because it was the most delicious hot dog in the world, and everybody, the whole town kind of was in an uproar, had to try this hot dog.
One of the things about the Hot Dog Man that makes him so amazing is he has so many choices and there's so many different flavors.
Eat bagels and cream cheese and bacon and red onions in the morning when I was a kid, and when it came to doing the hot dogs, I thought, well, I'll put it on the hot dog, and of course everybody else loved it as well. Here you can put anything on your hot dog, and I've got probably 50 different toppings, and if I don't have it, you tell me to have it, I'll have it, and the next day I'll bring it out and I'll make it, I'll put a name to it.
One of the hot dogs that made him famous is the Wonder Weenie. So it's a hot dog he's been making the whole time. And on a great day like today in December, he comes out to the mobile cart and we get to watch him make it. So let's check that out.
All right, so the Wonder Weenie is the greatest hot dog in the world because I put cream cheese on it. First of all, I have an all beef quarter-pound Nathan's hot dog cooked in beef stock, cream cheese, in a piping bag, and I put a torch, which just makes it buttery and delicious. And we've got the diced red onions, and of course jalapenos. It's called the Wonder Weenie because at first you wonder, cream cheese on a hot dog, but then once you have it, you realize how wonderful it is.
I'm sorry, I was just chewing right there. I gotta say, this bacon is like, for how quickly that you cooked it, it is so crisp and like, this is high quality. Like, yeah, like that just broke apart.
We were driving through and we wanted some food, and I'd been by at least 3 or 4 times.
Now that I know this exists, it's high quality. And plus, it's a Guinness World Record, so that's dope. I would definitely tell my friends about this.
I highly recommend my friends.
You did, it worked out.
You don't think of a hot dog as quality, but there's quality in every bite. And you can taste it, and you can see it when he prepares it, and you can taste it when it's in your mouth. And it makes you come back again. This is Brian Sohn with Remax Gold with the Sohn team, and today we had a good time with Marcus, the hot dog man, here at his stand. It's a staple in Washington. I'm looking forward to having my food here in a few minutes, and hope you catch a segment and hope to see you again.
Eyes wide open, take it all in.
Ready to fly?
We're ready to fly.
right.
How's this gonna go? Can you tell us how this is gonna go today?
You're each going to be tied together with a professional certified tandem instructor.
Good to know.
One-on-one. You're in front, the instructor's in back, and you are going to fly off this mountain, Poo-Poo Point in Issaquah, out into the blue yonder.
You ready?
I hope I don't poo-poo my pants. That's all I gotta say. How high are we?
We're at 1,700 feet over the valley, 1,800 foot mean sea level. It's a beautiful view today. It's a great day to fly.
The sun came out first. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Thanks so much for it. Let's do this.
Barb invited us here to jump off of this cliff, so we're all here together right now.
Waiting for that
Frozen, but loving it.
We're gonna repay the favor by having Barb come out to our party tonight, Controversy, Beyonce vs. Rihanna, and we're gonna dance all night long. Yes, this is Black Gatsby, and I'm Disco Shrine.
She's so extra right now.
And we
Cut that last part. Cut that last part.
And I'm Disco Shrine, and we are signing off the mountain like, hey.
Nope, won't, couldn't, I can't jump off a mountain. Diane, major kudos to you. I'm proud beyond words. While I catch my breath, we're sending you over to another expert in your market. Let's go.
Hey folks, Eric Merchant here, filming a new episode of The American Dream, and we're going to be looking at a 40-acre tract here in St. Charles County, and it's one of the best priced pieces of ground in St. Charles County you'll find. The timber quality on this property is such that there's tens of thousands of dollars to a property owner depending on the extent of harvest that they want to do. But you can take some of that timber, clear some open space on a private ridge in the back, clear some timber out of the drainage, build a lake, and have a really exceptional property. You could do a 2-acre lake, and you could probably do something as small as an acre. You could probably get a 3 to 4 acre lake in here as well. Okay, so we made our way out onto this, what I consider the premier home site on this 40 acres down here in New Melly. We're in the Daniel Boone Valley, and I'll just tell you, this is land that Daniel Boone himself likely walked, likely hunted. There's a lot of history here. You can have horses, and if you like to hunt, deer sign everywhere. Turkey sign everywhere. This is what loggers are looking for. This kind of a big, thick, straight white oak with limited branches down low, a good clean log, without all the imperfections you see in so many others, is what brings value to the timber. There's another one right over here that's just exceptional. So this right here is what you want when you're looking for white oak timber. And white oak timber is in high demand because they use it in barrels. So they make staves out of this, and with the staves they make barrels. And those barrels are in huge demand in France. They don't have a whole lot of oak left in France, so they use a lot of our Missouri white oak. If you like bourbon, if you like wine, a lot of these microbreweries are using those barrels after the fact. So the demand for white oak timber is as high as I can ever remember it. Okay folks, so we walked out here to another spot where you could build your private home. And look at the view in the distance. We're not that far from Highway F, just far enough to get away from the road noise. It's a beautiful spot to build your home. You folks have a happy new year, and we'll see you next time on The American Dream.
Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Ain't backing down. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what
This makes me want to move to Seattle. It's awesome and it checks all the boxes. Scenic, Twin Peaks, jumping off mountains, beautiful parks, and some of the coolest nightlife. Sign me up.
won't stop doing what I do.